Hello students, my name is Dr. Shaheen Ahmed. वेलकम टू द केमिस्ट्री क्लासेस। मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल पर आप सबका स्वागत है। वीडियो देखने के बाद चैनल को लाइक करिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए और बेल आइकॉन को प्रेस करिए सो दैट वेन एवर आई पोस्ट एनी वीडियो यू विल गेट द नोटिफिकेशन। टुडे आई एम टीचिंग यू क्लास 10th chapter 1 chemical reactions and chemical equation. Some important topics already I have explained you in that chapter. In my previous video I have explained you about the chemical reaction and chemical equation. In the chemical reaction mainly I have described you the characteristics of the chemical reaction. Under this I have explained you the various examples of the chemical reactions in which a gas is produced, a precipitate is formed, there may be some energy changes like that. So many examples I have explained you. Then I told you about the differences between the exothermic and endothermic reactions, and then finally I described you about the chemical equation. What is the meaning of chemical equation? That also I have explained you. So we have finished our first session till here. Now I am taking the another session of the class 10th chemistry chapter 1, and in this I am going to describe you what is the difference between a balanced chemical equation and unbalanced chemical equation, and how to balance an unbalanced chemical equation. Then also that also I am going to explain you. So let us understand the difference between these two balanced and unbalanced chemical equation, as well as how to balance an unbalanced chemical equation. See how to differentiate a balanced and unbalanced chemical equation. See, I am taking an example of a balanced chemical equation. You see this equation Zn plus H2SO4 give rise to ZnSO4 plus H2. Why it is so called balanced chemical equation? Because in this equation the total number of a particular atom is same on the reactant side and the product side. This is the reactant side and this is the product side. The reactant side is called left hand side, product side is called right hand side. And this you see here it is written Zn. Zn means one single atom of zinc. Here also Zn, that means one single atom of zinc. It means both the side zinc atoms are same. Hydrogen, left hand side two hydrogen atoms are there. Right side also two hydrogen atoms are there. So number of hydrogen atoms are also same. This is sulfur, one single atom. This is also sulfur, one single atom. So that is also same. Oxygen number of atoms 4, and here also number of oxygen atom 4. So in this chemical equation all the atoms which are present on the left hand side and the right hand side, they are same. So that is why this reaction is called balanced chemical equation. Now what is the meaning of unbalanced chemical equation? See the first example of this, H2 plus O2 give rise to H2O. Actually in reality hydrogen and oxygen when they combine they form water. But this is not a balanced chemical equation because the number of atoms on the left hand side and the right hand side, they are not same or equal. See, left hand side two hydrogen atoms are there, right hand side two hydrogen atoms are there. But oxygen left hand side two atoms of hydrogen are there, and the right hand side only one single oxygen atom is there. So this reaction is not balanced. So just I am briefing you about the atoms and molecules which you have already studied in the class 9. See, anywhere if it is written like that, single O. Single O means one atom of oxygen. If it is mentioned 2O, the 2O means two atoms of oxygen. If anywhere it is written O2, so O2 means one molecule of oxygen or two atoms of oxygen. If somewhere written 2O2, the 2O2 means two molecule of oxygen, and that is equal to two twos are four atoms of oxygen. So this is one single atom of oxygen, two atom of oxygen, one molecule of oxygen equal to two atoms, two molecule of oxygen equal to four atoms. In the same way, if we are writing H, that represents one single atom of hydrogen, 2H, two atoms of hydrogen, H2, one molecule of hydrogen, and 2H2, two molecules of hydrogen equal to 4 atoms of hydrogen. So this idea of the atoms and molecule will definitely help you in counting the number of atoms of a particular element on the left hand side and on the right hand side. See here, the carbon, one single atom, carbon, one single atom. So number of atoms are same. And here you see hydrogen, 4 atoms of hydrogen, and here 2 atoms of hydrogen. So these are not same. Oxygen, 2 atoms of oxygen, left hand side, and the right hand side 2 plus 1. It means total 3 atoms are there. So which elements are balanced, which atom of the element balanced, and which atom of the element not balanced? You see carbon 1, carbon 1 balanced, hydrogen 4, hydrogen 2 unbalanced, oxygen 2 and oxygen 3 unbalanced. So such type of reaction in which the total number of atoms on the left hand side and the right hand side for a particular element that is not same, that reaction is called unbalanced chemical equation. Actually, writing the unbalanced chemical equation anywhere, either in the question or anywhere in the theoretical part, that is not the correct way to represent a chemical equation. In the exam also, sometime a question is given to you, maybe the unbalanced chemical equation will be given to you and it will be asked to you to balance it. Because balanced chemical equation is the right way to represent a chemical equation. If it is not balanced, then you have to balance it. How to balance it? There is a one very common method we use, and that is called hit and trial method. In the hit and trial method, we put some stoichiometric coefficient either on the left hand side or to the right hand side, and we try to balance it. This is a very very common and very important and common method of balancing a chemical equation. Now we are going to study how to balance an unbalanced chemical equation with the help of hit and trial method. Now see, I am taking these two examples to make you understand how to balance an unbalanced chemical equation. So as I told you just now, this is the example. Here, first of all, we make the 3 columns and we make a table. In this table, in the first column, we write the elements in the form of their symbol, elements like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Those elements which are present in the equation. Second column, we write the number of atoms, left hand side, it means reactant side. Number of atoms, right hand side, it means the product side. This is the product side and this is the reactant side. Now we see the carbon element, left hand side, only 1 atom of carbon is there. So we write here 1. Right hand side also, only 1 carbon atom is there. That also we write 1 here. It means the number of carbon atoms are already balanced. Left hand side 1, right hand side 1. So we take it. It means the number of carbon atoms are already balanced. Now the second element, and that is hydrogen. You see the hydrogen H4, here total atoms of hydrogen, they are 4. And this side, the total atoms of hydrogen, that is 2. So here left hand side I write 4, right hand side I write 2. And now we try to balance it. Both the side we make the number of atoms of hydrogen same. Then how to do? See, hydrogen 4 atoms are there, here hydrogen 2 atoms are there. If we are writing like this H4A, then this is completely a wrong way to balance a chemical equation. Actually, whenever this reaction occurs, it forms the product of carbon dioxide and water. And water chemical formula is H2O. We increase the number of atoms without altering the chemical formula of water. It means the chemical formula of water that remains as it is, and by keeping this chemical formula of the water as it is, we increase the number of atoms of hydrogen. Then how? There is only one way. We write the stoichiometric coefficient for this water molecule to increase the number of hydrogen. So this side 4 hydrogen and this side 2 hydrogen. You see, we will think to make the number of hydrogen atoms for this side, and there is only one way, that we put here 2. When we put here 2, the number of hydrogen you see that has become 4. So the first step is to make the hydrogen balance, this side 4 and this side I write 2. And when I write 2 here, the number of hydrogen atoms are balanced. So in the table also 2, this number of hydrogen we multiply by 2 and that is equal to 4. Now you see this side, left hand side, number of hydrogen atoms are 4, and the right hand side also number of hydrogen atoms are 4. But when we put here 2, one problem automatically arises. What problem? The oxygen atom, earlier it was 2 and plus 1, 3 was there. But now this oxygen 2 and this oxygen also has become 2. It means the total oxygen atom that has become 4. Automatically one oxygen atom increases. Now this side, right hand side, 2 oxygen atom this, 2 oxygen atom this, total 4 oxygen atoms are there. And this side now only the 2 oxygen atoms are there. Then again we have to make this side also 4 atoms of oxygen. Again I am saying you, when we make this number of atoms 4 here, we don't alter the chemical formula of oxygen element. Chemical formula of oxygen element is O2 and we make it 4. If suppose you are writing O4, it is completely wrong because this is not the right formula of the oxygen element. So how to do? There is only one way to write the stoichiometric coefficient with that oxygen molecule. We write the number here. If we write the number here 2, then 2 2s are 4. It means the number of oxygen atom become 4, and this side also number of oxygen atoms 2 plus 2, that has become 4. So here also earlier 2 oxygen atoms was there. Now when we multiply with 2, then 2 multiply by 2, it becomes 4. Now you see carbon balance, hydrogen balance and oxygen balance. And in this chemical equation, final chemical equation also check the number of particular element on the left hand side and right hand side, number of total atoms. Carbon 1 balanced, hydrogen 4, hydrogen 2 to the 4, oxygen 2 to the 4, and oxygen 2 plus 2 4. Now this is the complete balanced equation for this unbalanced chemical equation. So this is called hit and trial method to make a reaction balanced. Now I take another example to balance an unbalanced chemical equation which is given in your NCERT book also. See the example, Fe plus H2O give rise to Fe3O4 plus H2. First check it whether it is balanced or unbalanced. This side only one atom is there, iron, and this side 3 atoms are there. Number of iron atoms unbalanced. Number of hydrogen, left hand side 2 atoms of hydrogen, right hand side 2 atoms of hydrogen, balanced. Number of oxygen atom, this side 1 and this side 4, unbalanced. Again we draw a table and we make 3 columns. First column we write the elements. Second column number of atoms, left hand side. Third column number of atoms, right hand side. You see iron, left hand side 1 atom, right hand side 3 atoms are there. Hydrogen, left hand side 2 atoms of hydrogen, right hand side 2 atoms of hydrogen. So this is balanced. Oxygen, this side only one oxygen atom is there, right side 4 oxygen atoms are there. Now first of all we will try to balance the first element in this chemical equation, and that is iron. So here 3 atoms of iron, here 1 atom of iron. Then how to balance it? We multiply this iron atom by 3. It means 1 into 3 equal to 3, and we write here 3. Now see the number of iron atoms, they are balanced. This side 3 and this side 3. Now hydrogen already balanced here, so we don't touch now here. Now oxygen, here 1 and here 4. So this is the 4 atom and this is H2O. In H2O molecule only 1 atom of oxygen is there. So we make it 4 here. How to make it? Just now I told you in the previous example, we don't touch the chemical formula of the compound. Without altering the chemical formula of the compound, only we increase the number of atoms of that particular element. So if this is H2O, then how we make the number of oxygen atoms 4? By just putting the stoichiometric coefficient before this molecule, and we write 4 here this way. If we write 4 here, the number of oxygen atoms become 4. So this side 4 and this side also 4. So see the first step we have put 3 here. Now the second step we write 4 here. So when we write the stoichiometric coefficient 4 here, the number of oxygen atom on the left hand side that become 4. It means oxygen 1 into 4. also balanced. But when we balance oxygen atoms, then one problem automatically arises. The number of hydrogen that also becomes 8 this side and this side 2, because we are putting the stoichiometric coefficient 4. So oxygen is balanced, it's okay, but the hydrogen that becomes 8. So hydrogen we write 2 into 4, that is 8. Now hydrogen also unbalanced. This side now 8 atoms of hydrogen and this side only the 2 atoms of hydrogen. Then number of hydrogen atoms, how to balance on the left hand side and right hand side, that is the easiest way to put the 4 as stoichiometric coefficient here. When we put 4 here, then you see left hand side 8 atoms of hydrogen, right hand side also 8 atoms of hydrogen, and in the table we multiply the hydrogen with 4 and the number of hydrogen atoms, that becomes 8, and hydrogen also balanced. So iron, hydrogen and oxygen, all three elements, they are balanced in this chemical equation, and now we check this chemical equation whether it is balanced or unbalanced. Iron 3 atoms are there, here iron 3 atoms are there, hydrogen 4 to the 8 and here 4 to the 8, oxygen 4 atoms are there and here oxygen 4 atoms are there. So this is the complete balance equation for this particular